Today, let's dissect and discuss the concept of themes in literature, using children's literature as an illustration. So, what exactly is a theme? A theme is the central, underlying, and controlling idea or insight of a work of literature. It is not the subject or topic, but the commentary or statement about the subject. Themes give depth to a story, transcending it from just a sequence of events to a meaningful narrative that resonates with readers on a personal and universal level. One of the most enduring themes is good versus evil, and certainly the theme of good versus evil is an overarching and fundamental theme in the Harry Potter series, spanning all 7 books and illustrating a profound moral conflict. The protagonist, Harry Potter, and the antagonist, Lord Voldemort, embody the opposing forces of good and evil. Harry, who is brave, selfless, and consistently fights for justice, represents good. He makes decisions throughout the series that affirm these values, such as his choice to save Sirius Black and the Prisoner of Azkaban, or his decision to sacrifice himself to protect his friends in the Deathly Hallows. Harry's unwavering morality and compassion even extend to his enemies, which is evident when he uses non-lethal spells during battles and expresses grief over the death of enemies. On the other hand, Lord Voldemort symbolizes the evil side of this dichotomy. He is power-hungry, merciless, and willing to commit heinous acts such as murder to achieve immortality and absolute power. Voldemort's name, which can be interpreted as flight from death in French, underscores his fear of mortality and the lengths he will go to escape it. The series consistently contrasts Harry and Voldemort's choices and values, emphasizing the divide between good and evil. For instance, they both had difficult childhoods, but their responses to these hardships are starkly different. Harry chooses empathy and love, while Voldemort opts for power and revenge. Moreover, Rowling emphasizes that the struggle between good and evil is not just an external conflict, but an internal one as well. Characters like Severus Snape and Draco Malfoy are initially portrayed as villainous, but are later shown to be more complex, battling inner demons and making choices that blur the line between good and evil. In summary, the Harry Potter series uses this theme of good versus evil to highlight the importance of choices, the complexity of human nature, and the idea that people aren't simply born good or evil, but are shaped by their decisions and experiences. Friendship is another common literary theme. A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh series of stories greatly emphasize the theme of friendship through its heartwarming characters and their interactions. The friendship theme is evident in the dynamic and relationship of the characters. Winnie the Pooh and his friends, including Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, and others, each have distinct personalities, quirks, and even flaws, but they always show kindness, understanding, and respect for each other. They're ready to help when one of them is in trouble, and are always there to share life's simple pleasures, whether it's a pot of honey or a fun adventure in the 100-acre wood. One of the most notable instances of the friendship theme in action is in the story where Eeyore loses his tail. Upon discovering that Eeyore's tail is missing, Winnie the Pooh and his friends launch an immediate expedition to find it. And this quest shows the friends' dedication to Eeyore's happiness, demonstrating the lengths they're willing to go for each other. In another story, Piglet shows immense bravery for his size when he risks his own safety to help Owl during a storm, highlighting the strength of friendship and how it can bring out the best in individuals. Moreover, Winnie the Pooh's friendship with Christopher Robin highlights a beautiful bond of mutual respect and admiration. Their friendship is a model of unconditional affection, with each cherishing the other's company and providing comfort and wisdom in times of need. Through these characters and their adventures, Winnie the Pooh portrays friendship as a powerful bond that surpasses differences, fosters personal growth, and provides a sense of belonging. The stories remind us that even in the face of adversities, the support and camaraderie of friends can make the journey a lot more bearable and enjoyable. Coming of age is another prominent theme in literature, and this can be found in Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Through Alice's journey in Wonderland, the novel cleverly encapsulates the confusion, curiosity, learning, and transformation that accompanies growing up. The story starts with Alice, a young girl, falling through a rabbit hole into a bizarre world, and this can be seen as a metaphor for the transition from childhood to adolescence, a time filled with changes that can often feel like one is tumbling into an entirely new and strange world. And throughout the story, Alice undergoes many physical changes in size, from shrinking to becoming a giant. These sudden and drastic changes can be interpreted as a symbol for the physical transformations that occur during adolescence. The discomfort and confusion Alice experiences mirror the awkwardness that often accompanies puberty and the changes in one's body. Alice's interactions with the inhabitants of Wonderland can also be seen as part of the coming-of-age theme. The creatures she meets, like the caterpillar, the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hatter, and the Queen of Hearts, are eccentric and often seem unreasonable. And Alice's attempts to understand and communicate with them reflect the challenges of learning to navigate social interactions and understanding different perspectives, which is a part of growing up. Moreover, the nonsensical nature of Wonderland contrasts with Alice's growing sense of logic and order. And as she tries to make sense of the illogical events around her, it signifies her developing reasoning skills, a common aspect of maturing and gaining wisdom. And by the end of the story, Alice demonstrates a newfound assertiveness and independence, especially when she stands up to the Queen of Hearts. This signifies her personal growth and transformation, rounding off her coming-of-age journey. The theme of perseverance is beautifully depicted in The Little Engine That Could by Watty Piper. And this is a classic children's story that vividly illustrates the theme of perseverance. The story revolves around a small train engine, which is tasked with the seemingly unsurmountable challenge to pull a heavy train over a steep mountain. The larger, stronger engines refuse the task, believing it to be too difficult, but the little engine, despite acknowledging its small size and lack of experience, decides to give it a try. The little engine's repeated mantra, "I think I can, I think I can," is an iconic phrase representing determination and self-belief. And despite the odds, the little engine does not give up, pushing through the hardship, doubts, and physical strain. The mountain itself can be seen as a symbol of the obstacles and challenges one might face in life. It's steep, intimidating, and represents a task that on the surface appears beyond the capabilities of the little engine. Yet through sheer determination and a positive mindset, the little engine manages to surmount this obstacle. Eventually, after a lot of effort, the little engine succeeds in pulling the train over the mountain, changing its mantra to "I thought I could." And this signifies not just the success of the little engine, but the transformative power of perseverance. It shows that success often comes after continuous effort, even when faced with significant challenges. The Little Engine That Could celebrates resilience and determination, and it teaches the valuable lesson that no task is too great and no challenge too daunting if one perseveres and believes in their ability to overcome. And the last theme that we'll explore today is that of love and sacrifice. And this is poignantly portrayed in Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. The story, which is a favorite one in my youth, centers on the bond between a pig named Wilbur and a barn spider named Charlotte. When Wilbur is at risk of being slaughtered, Charlotte vows to save him. She does this by spinning elaborate webs with messages praising Wilbur, thereby ensuring his value to the farm's owners and saving his life. And in this narrative, Charlotte's actions embody the theme of love and sacrifice. Charlotte's love for Wilbur is deep and selfless. And despite being a tiny creature with a short lifespan, she dedicates her remaining days to crafting intricate webs to praise him, forgoing her comfort and ultimately her life for the sake of her friend. Her self-sacrificing acts are purely driven by her affection for Wilbur and her desire to protect him. In one poignant scene, Charlotte, in her weakened state, uses her remaining energy to create an egg sac, ensuring the survival of her offspring. Yet she continues to make one final web to help Wilbur. This act, done in the face of her imminent death, reinforces the theme of love and sacrifice. After Charlotte's death, Wilbur guards her egg sac, bringing it back to the barn and later witnessing the birth of her offspring. And this act is a tribute to Charlotte and a continuation of the cycle of love and sacrifice as Wilbur now assumes the role of protector. Charlotte's Web delivers a potent exploration of love and sacrifice through its depiction of friendship, devotion, and selflessness. It's a timeless reminder of the lengths one can go to out of love for another and the beauty and pain inherent in sacrifice. Remember, themes aren't confined to the pages of a book. They transcend boundaries, appearing in films, songs, and even our everyday lives. They represent shared human experiences and values, fostering a deeper connection to the narrative and to each other. Please subscribe to join the channel and our growing community of knowledge seekers. You can also follow me on social media, Learning with Dr. K on Facebook. Happy learning!